Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I'm TheNando and I'm ready to go. Let me say hello to people here in chat. No one on YouTube yet. Let's wait a bit. But on Twitch chat, I do have Vexel Cafe. Welcome, Vexel. Hope you're having a very good Monday. Yeah, it is Monday today. I was like, what? Wait a second. Here, the weather is absolutely lovely. It's my favorite kind of weather. Finally, autumn or fall is here, and you can tell because it's really cold. I like cold weather, but I do not like rain, and that's exactly the type of day we have today. Cold day, but not rainy. It is cold, but you walk in the sunlight and get warmed up right from the get-go. Perfect weather for a lovely walk. And in terms of colors, autumn is a beautiful season, not only in terms of colors but also in terms of food. And hello Felon PT, welcome to today's stream. Yeah, just getting all of us warmed up. I don't have things prepped here to show you guys in chat, but I have 3D printed some Go boards. I'm exploring that because I go through a lot of events. In November alone, I'm scheduled to talk about Go in 6 or 7 different events. And most material that the Portuguese Go Association has is quite heavy and not very new player friendly, not a lot of 9x9 Go boards, so I decided to just produce my own with equipment to help to be easy to transport. And thank you, Kratos. I don't know why I used to be so efficient in that. I need to set up, probably I changed some things around in my methodology, and now I keep forgetting to tell people on Discord that I'm live. And hello Mi-chan, hope you're having a wonderful day today. But yeah, I also created a coffee for people who want another way to contribute towards the streams. Links are in the description. Fumbling my words already. And the beekeeper, hello Boxim, everyone's here, the whole gang's here. Let's go. Happy Go Monday. Yes, let's go. Making sure to hydrate. I'm still experimenting a little bit. I've created some redeems on Twitch. I hope people are getting my $9 just for watching. I'm not sure if I have everything set up correctly, because I'm not sure how... Okay, nice. I was like, can people use redeems? They can, and yes, Vexel redeemed the first, and it was aptly attributed. And Michan is currently on a 5 stream streak. Let's go. Nice accomplishment. But yeah, people now on the Twitch side have a little, some redeems. Whoa, whoa. Do not read. Why did you redeem? Why? I know the reference. I told you not to redeem. Boxster check is a good start, but oh, dramatic poetry reading from 10k already, so people were stacking the points, and okay, I was like, I need to get a few poems ready. I'm even going to read poetry even before starting Go. And I have a go-to that when I was younger, I read a lot in like poetry contests. And by the way, when I have dramatic poetry reading, I want to prepare poems in all languages like Portuguese, Spanish, English, and Japanese, all languages that I can speak, and maybe have a roulette to decide. Today, it's my first time trying it, so I will try in... I will start with a Portuguese one that I already have prepared from the get-go. I know that not everyone speaks Portuguese, but I'm hoping that the vibes are still immaculate. I'm going to read a poem, I think it's from 1935, from Fernando Pessoa, so quite a similar name to TheNando, Fernando, called Liberdade, which is freedom. And hello Jaguar, you arrived just on time for poetry reading. Ai, que prazer não cumprir um dever. Ter um livro para ler e não o fazer. Ler é maçada, estudar é nada. O sol doura sem literatura, o rio corre bem ou mal, sem edição original. E a brisa é essa, de tão naturalmente matinal, como tem tempo não tem pressa. Livros são papéis pintados com tinta. Estudar é uma coisa que está indistinta. A distinção entre nada e coisa nenhuma. Quanto é melhor... Quanto é melhor quando há bruma esperar por Dom Sebastião, quer venha ou não. Grande é a poesia, a bondade e as danças, mas o melhor do mundo são as crianças. Flores, música, o luar e o sol, que peca, só quando, em vez de criar, seca. O mais do que isto é Jesus Cristo, que não sabia nada de finanças, nem consta que tivesse biblioteca. Yeah, I struggled there with one of the passages, and I feel like that's a filler. Yeah, the blah, when I struggled, I feel like when people write poetry, they want to respect the structure, like they have the formal structure. Was that Nahuatl? No, it was Portuguese. My Portuguese is a lot worse than I thought. I mean, this is a little bit archaic. But yeah, the Dom Sebastião line, I feel like it's the filler part of this poem. But it is a nice poem. Okay, Japanese only. Jack Warrior, just redeem Japanese only. People had a lot of points stacked up. I'm doomed. I will redeem the cost over time because I don't want the streams to be too hectic. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let me set a timer, and yeah, it's not the entire stream Japanese only. I set 3 minutes. I don't know if it's much. If it's too much. I'm still testing the waters. Bear with me. Countdown clock. This should... Yes. The cookies mini game. Okay, this is 3 minutes. And I'm going to hop into Go. Last time I was streaming here on Go stream in Japanese for only 3 minutes. I feel scam. I mean, I need people. I will set up subtitles in the future for these segments, but I need people to understand what I'm saying. Let me queue up a first match, and once the match starts, I will go Japanese style. I'm not ready. I was not ready to be hit with all of the redeems right from the get-go. People have a lot of points stacked up. Okay. Hi. Hajimaru yo. Dewa. Ima wa Nihongo dake hanashite imasu. Boku no Nihongo wa mada jouzu janai kedo ganbatte imasu. Kore wa Igo no joseki desu. Joseki wa あー、難しい。これは毎日の日本語じゃない。これは本当に難しい。あー、ゾルゾンさん、こんにちは。今日は日本語だけ配信です。3分だけです。では大丈夫。はいはいはい。僕は日本人の生配信の人を連絡しました。僕ももっともっと練習しなければなりません。だからオンラインで日本人の VTuber と話したい。これはスカムじゃない。これは僕の頭は悪い。これは、FOX GO のプレイヤーは変なプレイヤーです。そして僕は日本語で話してます。これはやばい。守るのためにこの医者は大丈夫です。これは変です。はい。語の言葉も勉強しなければなりません。僕はたくさんの言葉を忘れました。これは変のはい大丈夫、ザルソン。40分じゃない、小さいの、これは戦うことが欲しい。これは弱い。だから戦い。スナップバックはい僕のもっとでもこれはいい練習です。いい練習。遅い。Okay. This was good. I need to practice that more. Like, it was good that this forced me. Okay, let me focus on Go as well. But being forced to speak Japanese is good for my practice. Sounds better than Portuguese. Yeah, my Japanese is better than my Portuguese. Okay, how's the game going? This can get tricky for my opponent. I think I can take this corner. Yep, I just took the corner. This is great. This corner is absolutely decimated. Yeah, I can speak Japanese. Yeah, the fact that my Japanese is basic makes it so that it's not in the snapback. That's the trick. When you struggle with a Japanese pronunciation, just use katakana. Random wisdom of Nando. Portuguese sounded fine to me. Let's go, Felon. Yes, I said I wanted to fight because this shape from my opponent was very weak. I'm also helping you all practice your own Japanese. And it's funny because when people listen to my Japanese, since it's quote-unquote simple words, everyone realizes, oh, I'm actually better at Japanese than I thought. Random wisdom of Nando. Okay, random wisdom of Nando, and this is a very good wisdom. Take time to enjoy your free time in different ways. Sometimes because we spend all our time in our work, like all our energy, all our mental strain. When we reach free time, we default to basics. We don't want to explore with our free time. But this week, I actually explored quite a lot with my free time, and it was extremely productive. I had chat with people that I don't talk a lot, and they gave me great insight into content creation. I also went to a meeting of Mahjong, and it was superbly fun. I'm just waiting to fix up my office space so I can get back to learning languages. Japanese is at the top since I've been studying it. Yeah, Japanese. I'm going to do the N4 exam this year, the GLPT N4, Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken, and I need to study more kanji. I feel like... Okay, game. I feel like my spoken Japanese is better than my written. And I need to improve my spoken Japanese. And yes, I was playing Mahjong. The most confusing part about Go for me is that the pieces don't move. They don't go anywhere. The game should be called Stop. And yes, Stop for me it's just a game that everyone played at school instead of studying, where you just say stop and then you need to name the words that start with that letter. Okay. I'll be back to yapping. I'm in a yappy mood, so it's good that chat is also yappy. But I need to... This is becoming a huge moyo, and I need to address it now before it becomes too late. I'm going to start here to reduce kind of the center, and then still have the 3 point available. I remember when I started Japanese, I didn't get how people could read but not write. After starting Japanese, I totally get. Yeah, I should learn some basic Japanese before going to Japan in March. Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't have to. The first time I went to Japan, I didn't know any Japanese. But you'll have a better experience if you do know Japanese. And yeah, one day I need to do a Mahjong stream. Mahjong, for me, is the more... I mean, it's hard to compare Mahjong with Go, but I feel like Mahjong is more social, definitely, and more of a casual experience. I mean, casual is not the correct word. Relaxing, that's the word I wanted to, because Mahjong can get pretty intense. The surrounding game. Richi Mahjong, exactly, it was Richi Mahjong. It was a really good time. Sorry. How and why did you start learning Japanese? Okay, that's a fun story, a really fun one, because I did a lot of Japanese adjacent activities since I'm young. I practiced kendo, for example, which is a Japanese martial art, and that's where I learned counting, like I was doing the exercises, Ich-ni, Song-shi. So I did a lot of Japanese related stuff. I like Japanese games and a lot of Japanese cultural stuff, but I mean, that's me and a ton of people. What was the final push that made me go from I appreciate Japanese to I actually want to learn the language? It was actually VTubers. During the pandemic, I started consuming a lot of VTuber content, and since it's not like anime Japanese, it is actually spoken Japanese. I was like, I want to understand this better. And I started practicing first on Duolingo. Oh, and bye-bye, have a nice one, Primo, and thanks for dropping by. Even just a hi is a great show of support. I started with Duolingo, and I don't think Duolingo is enough of a tool to learn a language, but it's good to break the first inertia. It's good to make you feel like, okay, I can start learning this language and I'm going to do it more. And that was the role of Duolingo in my case. Then I noticed I started learning some kanji and everything, but I was like, I need more structure, this is not enough. And I started going to actual classes at university. And let me just, before you go, Primo, I need to shout you out. I forgot, Primo is a fellow Portuguese VTuber who is also produces really cool content, and I like to support him because he supports me. So let me shout him out over. I will also say Mahjong is easy to understand and follow along. I think Go is easier to understand and follow along. I think Mahjong is very not new player friendly. I don't think Mahjong is a new player friendly experience. Mahjong, yeah, Mahjong can be quite hard. Understanding the Yaku. I think Go is... Yeah, the win conditions are the worst part of understanding Mahjong. Conceptually, the game is not that tricky. It's like, okay, you're playing with both your hand and your opponent's hands. You're trying to build up a hand. Like, it's a game where players are trying to improve their hand in a mix between single player and player interaction. Like, conceptually, Mahjong is not that complicated, but then you get to, okay, and what is a good hand? Just that question alone makes the game complicated. Yeah, Go is very pretty, very aesthetically pleasing. A lot of people have never played Go, but they say, oh, I saw it in a K-drama, and they recognize it immediately. Yeah, I agree. But even the basics, oh, you can... Like in Go is placed... What's a move in Go? It's placing a stone. What's a move in Mahjong? Oh, it's... You draw a card, but then you can call Chi or Pawn, and you can get the card that your opponent on your right just discarded. But if it's a triplet, then you can get the card from any single player. Then you have a mechanic called Khan. Then you have the Dead Wall. Then you have the Dora. I think Mahjong... Go has simple basics, but it's hard to understand how to use these basics efficiently. I think, yeah, Go is intimidating because of how much freedom you have as a player. I think that's the main intimidating factor from Go, is you are so unrestrained that players have no idea what to do with their freedom. I think that's the main struggle. Oh, I won. My opponent just resigned while I was yapping. And I do think I was quite far ahead. Winning this corner was huge. Let me just check something in terms of sugar. GG. But yeah, this game was very aggressive. And this is more of the experience I was expecting from Fox when I started stream. I think Mahjong is very pretty too. I just find it much harder to even get the basic rules, much less how to play it decently or the metagame. Exactly. And even the... Like, if you play online on some clients, Mahjong stones have the numbers. But just understanding that the one of bamboo looks weird. The dragons, like a red Naka kanji, is a red dragon, then a white tile, a completely white tile is a white dragon, then you have the four winds, and if you know kanji you keep forgetting. Yeah, I think Richie Mahjong has so many nuances that getting into it... And Richie Mahjong is the only variant, of course I know the quote-unquote single-player variant of finding pairs, that's not the variant that everyone played on the computer sometimes, but... Richie Mahjong is the only competitive variant that I understand. And let's go to the analysis. What's the score estimate? You cannot see it, but I was ahead by 34.5 points. Let's go to review. Where do I open it? It's here, game analysis. Well, this already happened once. And if I remember correctly, I fixed it by doing this. Exactly. Okay. I'm getting the hang of streaming on Fox. Hong Kong Mahjong is just Richie without all the extra rules and confusing scores. Yeah, counting scores, like even counting the Han, the Fu, and everything in Mahjong is tricky. Oh, let's go back to the start and go play by play. I am happy with how I played this game. I feel like my opponent definitely overextended and I punished it. The other day when I was streaming, yeah, today I got my revenge. The other day, it felt like every opponent was parrying all of my strikes. It was a much more frustrating experience. But okay, this is when I was speaking Japanese, now I can explain. This is... I was expecting something more like this. Not that standard, but... it works here. Okay, this is definitely a move that I made because I was speaking Japanese. I was not thinking in the game here. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think this sequence was needed. And now he has initiative. This was a bad... It was bad of me to go to this side at this point. Just play... Instead of this stone... just go to... Oh, let me... Okay, yeah, okay, this is better. Having the numbers of the moves. Yeah, my move number 7, instead of having it here, better to just go... No, not move... Sorry. Move number 11. Need to focus. It should never be this. Go here, go K16, approach this corner. This was not a good move. This is all okay. This is all just like it. This, I don't think is that common to play this at this point. Especially that stone. Maybe I could have ignored this and like if you play there, take those 8 or 9 points. I think I should have ignored this. I think I should have gone somewhere else and probably I feel like... Yeah, white is winning by 16.5 points based on analysis. Fine until connecting at B5. Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand what you mean. Yeah. This move here is what was way too slow. I cannot lose the initiative there. And here as well, I was behind at this point. My opponent has this. I have a very small, and this isolated stone. At this point, I'm behind. I was definitely nerfed by the Japanese stone. I like this move. This, I mean, some people like this invasion. I'm not a fan in my own game, but I don't mind other people doing it. I think now this was a mistake. Stone 28, just go somewhere bigger. I think this was too slow. And this was the biggest. Just take the corner. As I said, my opponent played way too aggressive. This move, I should have even just considered cutting right away. Again, here, like, this is way too much. And yeah, I did cut, and now this corner is in trouble. This is not a good shape. And hello, Whisper Hint. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, this was a not a good sequence by my opponent. I could have played this as well. Oh, nice. The coffee automatically promotes itself. Nice. Could have gone for something like this. This is still a very bad shape. My opponent now has a corner that's not alive yet and a weak group that's being chased away. And all of the sequence that comes from that is what grants me all of my advantage. White is still ahead at this point, but yeah, he needs to respond there. Chasing this. Okay, here, just improving my position. I was afraid of some shenanigans here, but glad that my opponent... Yeah, and this... I think the correct response would be something like this. No, I don't think he can leave at all. Is there any move White can do at this point? I think White just needed to take a moment to play here earlier. If White plays here, White is completely fine. That was... I think White just needed to spend one move there. It's definitely worth it. Definitely not slow. That's a huge amount of points there in that corner. And I think the fact that I got to play this stone and kill those white stones. Now if I click text... Oh, I misclicked PowerPoint. Don't want to... Yeah, now I'm ahead by 18.5 points. This was huge. Getting this corner makes the game so much easier on me. And even this extra move, as we were analyzing, was not needed. This just makes my position even better. And now I can afford to be a little bit more passive. White doing some reductions. I'm not focusing too much on the kill. here, yeah. Now this was... I'm thinking if I should have complicated this, but then this group... No. I need to defend that. And let white get away with this. I think this was a good move. I think the awareness right now, I think if I left some games that I've lost, if I've let this just kept going like this and my opponent starts playing like I played this, then something smaller, even if I go to the corner already, my opponent is starting to get a huge moyo and my invasion will be a lot harder. I'm still comfortable because of this corner, but still, I think it was a good idea to go here now, create this shape. I'm ahead, so I can play just for small reductions. Yeah, at this point, black's still winning. Yeah, and here going to the corner, just a right. I think this was, strategically speaking, my sequence here was well thought out. And I think at this point, this was just a small blunder here from my opponent. From this point, I don't think there's much white can do. And my opponent, yeah, did resign at this point. I was ahead by 34.5 points. And yeah, this corner is huge. The fact that I have 1, 2, this corner is kind of, not a lot of points. It's kind of neutral, but have this corner, this huge side, this huge side, this area, and my opponent only has this small corner. And then this weird shaped area. But okay. On an additional note, this is something I don't bring all the time because I don't think it's necessary to bring it up all the time. But I do have type 1 diabetes since I'm a kid, and I'm getting warnings like, warning, you must consume sugar right now. So I'll take a quick break. I usually don't have breaks this early on streams, but I'll have a quick break just to get a little sugar in my system, and I'll be right back for the stream. We are back, we won our first match, and I'll be back real quick. Just need to take care. Yeah, health is #1 priority, so be right back. I'm back. Sugar has been consumed, and regarding your comment, Mi-chan, I am someone who is very open on how I let myself get influenced in a good way by media I consume. And when I say that VTubers are the reason why I started studying Japanese, well, Brandon Sanderson is the main reason why I started writing myself. So yes, I am a huge fan of Sanderson's works, of Sanderson's worlds. Huge fan of his narratives, and I'm just checking because it's funny. I thought I was ready to be back, but now that I'm speaking, I feel it in my words that I need more sugar. Man, I'm so inspired for today's stream. I'm in such a great mood for streaming, and I think it's the first time I have sugar technical issues on stream. And this is all related. I'll be back and tell the story of why I'm in such a great mood and I have sugar issues and yada yada yada. This is all interconnected. It's not mere coincidence. But yes, need more sugar, be right back. I'm back. Yes, blood sugar stonks. One day, I do need to make a stream. It will be interesting. I need to make a stream on diabetes, like my experience and everything. Because there is a lot of misconception regarding diabetes, because there's type 1, type 2. Some people know some people with type 2, and they extrapolate it to type 1, which is very different. To provide context of why I'm so happy and why that is related to my low blood sugar, issue today is that I'm doing a lot of changes in my everyday life, like walking more, eating healthier, things like that, and that's good. But when people ask me, how hard is it, for example, to manage diabetes if you're an athlete or if you stay at home all day? I think it's like the difficulty level is kind of similar. The hardest part is not managing diabetes during a routine, regardless of what that routine is. If you spend all day in front of the computer, I don't think it's that hard to manage diabetes. If you run every single day, I don't think it's that hard to manage. what is hard to manage is any routine changes. Variations is what you need to be mindful of. So I am making a lot of changes to be more healthy, and that makes me both happier in a personal level and also happier because I feel better with the things I do. But that means I'm undergoing changes to my routine, and that means that sometimes the blood sugar and everything can go off balance. So even a good change can disrupt diabetes control because it is a change, and I feel like as a diabetic, the hardest thing to tackle in diabetes is change itself, regardless of it being good or bad. For example, when you get sick, you spend more time at bed, sugar goes brr, because it is a change to your routine. Changes are the hardest thing to manage in type 1 diabetes control. But yes, let me go back to streamer mode and queue up another game. And I think, yeah, touched upon the main points. Yeah, Sanderson was my inspiration. Almighty bookshelf. Yeah, at least I'm happy. I don't feel that guilty when I go on the break, because at least I have the mighty, great, superb bookshelf to replace me. I know that I leave my viewers in good hands. So let me queue up another one. Clear the review. Let me queue up another one then. And I don't know if Jaguar is still here, but one good news, Jaguar, is that very likely I will be back at casting Age of Empires in the near future. That's the result of a lot of the conversations I was having. That will not affect my goal content at all, do not worry, Go fans. But maybe not a lot of playing Age of Empires, but I won the game. Okay. I will not count this one. But maybe not a lot of Age of Empires, but I will be casting some matches. Satisfactory, yes. I never played Satisfactory before. I am a mechanical engineer, so I do like the factory games and logic and everything. I will be exploring the game. I'm very hyped for that one. And on Friday I will be very experimental. Trying to make a horror stream. I need a go-ghost that can help me win. I won again! At least they don't count, so my rating is not getting destroyed. Come on! Sugar OP. I have about 2,000 hours in that game. Oh, let's go. Intimidating presence, yes. Now that I won. Now that I have victories on Fox. I'm going to wait a little bit just to make sure I don't get paired against the same players. Let's match again. Game start.
Start to play.
I'll just start to play. Okay. Okay, one thing that I think I did better this time around is that one thing that is a sign of solidity in Go is that you should not let yourself be overly affected by your opponents. You should play at your own pace, at your own style. And last time, I feel like I was too focused on the notion of playing on a new server. Now, even like those shenanigans with speaking Japanese and everything helped. Because they made it so that I'm more playing my own style, my own pace. I feel like that's helping out a lot. Okay, here I think you go 3-3. Okay, Fiat turn. Let's. I can. Okay, here if this is a ladder, I break the ladder there, so let's target this stone first. Let's go, chat, we helped, yes! I feel like I'm getting better at playing on stream than off stream, if I'm honest. I need to take chat with me to the next Portuguese Open. This... That does not seem like a healthy shape. Because of this. Yeah, and this is... When I said last stream that I was expecting to be powerful in Fox, today is corresponding way more to those expectations that I had. Because now we've just... This is all... We've just defeated all of these stones. I'm in a super position. This is weak. This, I'm just going to play it safe. This is all Joseki. That's not Joseki. Okay, what happens if I go here? No, that doesn't work. I think I just... I think I play here. Okay. I was not expecting that. Do I just take this stone? Okay, if this was a normal Joseki and he played there. Yeah, let's go here first. I think this is more... This Joseki is just more unusual. Okay. Thank you, Fallon. That's another thing I'm planning. Because I want to get more used to how... I want to get more exposed to different styles of player. Hello, Boxing. What is the best way to support you on Twitch and YouTube? Take a big cut for donation, for example. If you want to support me directly, there's a link to Coffee on the description and everything. And Coffee basically takes no cut. And I don't think you need an account to contribute. I'm not sure. It's kind of like a Patreon site. I need to confirm if you need an account to contribute or not on Coffee. If you don't need an account, that's better. Because it means like more people can easily contribute. We connect. This is just good shape for us. From what I can see, you don't need... Ah, thank you. And I'm not sure... Like, I need to be mindful of that, because I'm not sure if anyone contributes, if I'll get a notification or not. And I will feel bad if someone donates while I'm streaming and I don't react to it. I need to make sure if there is a bot, but I'm not sure if the bot that I have on my chat will warn me in case of people supporting me. Okay, no one supported me yet at least, so I'm safe for now. Quote unquote safe. Yeah, let's go back to Fox. Focus on a match. But yeah, that's one of the reasons, because I know people, thankfully, people support me, and I'm very, very grateful for any type of support I get. But I know that some people are mindful of the cuts, and they're like, I don't care about the badges or the emotes. Some people do care, and it's important for each people to choose what they go after, what they want. But some people are like, oh, I don't care about those elements, I just want to support. And that's one of the reasons why I created the Coffee. This is such a bad shape. And this, okay, I have time for a move now. This is so big and unplayed. So much of the board is developed, and then we have all of this.
Yoyomi now starts.
Okay, I won. And this is, as I said, this is the experience I was expecting from last stream. Yeah, losing this early on just completely shaped the game towards a very difficult game for my opponent. Why is it all so fast? I will go back to OGS in the future, do not worry. This is Fox. That is why it is all so fast. Yeah, welcome to Fox. It's supposed to be like this, yes. Somehow in Fox. Okay, but I think I interrupted myself. I was talking about studying other players' games. One thing that I'm thinking of is doing streams where I go over professional games from the Pananet European Team Go Championship. Like, maybe I won't go over the Portugal games just because I feel like I know the people, so it would be harder for me to disassociate. Wait, did I? Okay, he defended. But going over games from Germany, France or something, and I will be commenting on the games, but mostly exposing myself to other playstyles and analyzing what they do. Like, if I remove myself from the picture of a Go board game, if it's not me or playing against me, what is a game supposed to look even at a higher level? I want to have more contact with that. Let's. Do you prefer this? I'm going to leave up to chat. Do you prefer all moves to have a number when we are reviewing? Maybe during reviews it makes sense. It will make it easier for you to point out, because I don't like how it looks in the regular game. But I think for reviews, it makes sense to leave all the numbers up. Yeah, 12, 13, I like this. This is... With this stone here, I don't like this move. I think this move, like the double... The approach from both sides can work. It can work quite solidly, but not with me having this position here. It's that's a good call as well, Kradantost. It's a way for people to immediately know if I'm playing or reviewing. Here, I never know when this happens. I never know how many moves I should put into the situation. Like, is this too much or not? I don't think it was. But that's something I struggle with, and I think it's just a matter of studying these shapes more and knowing, quote-unquote, from literature if, okay, in this situation you should play more, in this situation you should play less moves here. I think that's something I need to study, so I can affirm with more confidence this is what you should do. Yeah, here, this is not... this was way too difficult. After I played this turn on 25, I think you can play something like here on G16 to try and make it complicated. If you try to play simple, the presence of white here was too small. And we see that white just perished without a fight, which is the worst thing. In all of this exchange, from here, from this move onwards, all of these moves were just white losing points in the end, because all of these stones have just been perished, and now I have this wall, I have a cut here, but since this is captured, it is meaningless. So I just improved my position manifold, many times. Yeah, here, okay, this is the Joseki that I do not know. Something that I should study. New tip from Boxing! Thank you very much, Boxing! Thank you so much for the donation. I can check now on... And the bot does work, you also helped me on that. Thank you for the quality content. No, thank you very much for the support. Thank you, thank you. It does help a lot, and I do love streaming, so... And I stream because of you. When I say you, it's not you, Boxim, sorry, it's you, all of you listening. So this does help. And this does make me want to stream more, and makes me want to stream more Go. Okay, here. This was all quite standard. We'll be able to check the... Yeah, the bot works. Oh, Coffee also says on YouTube. Oh, let's go. I'm surprised. I hope that you can buy a coffee at least. Oh, I can. That's the good thing about being Portuguese. It's not the cheapest country in the world, but it's also not the most expensive. So that's a good contribution. It allows me for quite a few cups of coffee. The coffee, now that I'm talking about coffee, the coffee at the Mahjong gathering place was 40 cents, 30 cents, the coffee. So that allows me to get 12 Mahjong coffees. Okay, yeah, here I think my opponent was playing slow. But he's so far behind already. So all of this slow play is just cementing my win. I'm winning by 24.5. It is hard because playing fast is often a mistake. Yeah, here I don't think he should have allowed this cut. Just makes it so that he has a very ugly shape. And yeah, I was the first to play here. And this is where my opponent resigned. One move from move 100. But I do think, yeah, this was the main issue. When you win a battle like this early on, you gain such a huge lead. And let's queue up another one. Let's keep the wins going. Because I feel, from what I know in previous knowledge, I was under the impression that 5Q was me being underranked. I thought, because I know some of the Fox culture, that I should have signed up as maybe a 4Q or a 3Q. But I mean, last stream, I got destroyed so unilaterally. I was completely decimated. And I was like, okay, actually... But I mean, that also goes to show, never underestimate how much tiredness affects you. Last stream, I did apologize because I started stream being way too tired. And you can notice the difference in my skill set and my Go playing ability and all between being tired and having energy. Damn, Nando is cooking. Yes. Oops. Wrong button. I didn't want to yeet myself away from the window. I wanted to show you the game. I think it's this. I need to study this Joseki. I need to study Joseki in general. This... Oof, how did this go? Do I Atari that way, then this? If I Atari down, I just lose these stones. This feels correct. But now, it's like, what can I do here? Because this has... Okay, if I Atari this twice... Now, can I take this corner? If I play here... If I defend... Oh, he can Atari that. Ooh. Though this is a problem because now no, if I defend and he Ataris, I take back the Ko. So I can defend. And if he pressures here, I play here and he's just... So I can defend. Now I take the Ko. And now he's the one who has no Ko threats. I can ignore that and take the corner. Still not sure if I'm ahead or not. But I do need to take the corner or I just lose the battle there. Now, do I abandon these stones or do I run away? I think I should run away here. The corner is secure. Run away and address that later on. I can't run away. That was the wrong call. Okay, here it... Now I know here it's just abandon those stones. Maybe play here. Should have read this move beforehand. Yeah. Okay, now I can answer this. There's a Joseki that I've been wanting to learn here. Because I keep playing this and then this, and I think this is getting me behind. I think this is the correct Joseki. And I think it's defending here. He will Atari there. I go here. And here. And I think this is the correct Joseki. Yeah, I think that's all Joseki, and I think that's more balanced than the option that I used to go for. If I want to get better, I need to learn these Josekis, and I need to force myself to play them. Yeah, here I think my only big mistake so far in this game was this stone. I wonder if the rest of the Joseki, how good or bad it was. Okay, here I don't want him to Atari me. Can I go here? I think I can. I don't think this works. Or does it? Okay, maybe it does. Yeah, that jump there didn't work for me. Okay. I was like, okay, I tried a new thing here. Xenato 17 works. Yeah, I know that it works, but I've seen a lot of situations where this is better. So I wanted to add this to my arsenal. This was bad. This was me getting overconfident because of this and trying out too much. This was going too far. This is me like, I can read everything. I can play every move. No, you can't. And this opponent already feels way stronger than the ones we had beforehand. Okay, this, I think it's here. I don't think this is the move. Here he defends. I don't like this. I think my opponent is out Joseking me. Okay, this is turning into a big moyo. Let's keep chasing. Because this is turning kinda big. I'm getting out Josekid, but I can still fight, I can still get some things going on. I only have roughly 10 games. What is Joseki? Okay, great question. Joseki is basically studied openings. A Joseki is... I use sometimes Joseki as openings in general. Not all openings are Joseki. A Joseki is studied patterns in the opening, mostly in the corners, that have been played so many times that we know that no one is getting ahead. Like, if I play this and my opponent plays that, I'm not getting any advantage and my opponent isn't getting any advantage. We are even. That's the concept of a Joseki. And often, if you do not know the Joseki, what can happen is you play Chaos and we are still even. But if one player knows it better than the other, they will start getting ahead just from the opening alone. And that's what I meant here. My opponent knows the corner patterns, and I don't. Opening patterns in general are Fuseki now. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, in this game I have the impression that my opponent knows the equal patterns, I don't. And they are getting ahead because of that. Joseki is just for a single corner, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Nandal 4. Yeah, because I said I can do anything. Wheel of Time reference. I have no idea what that means, Pickle. I think my opponent is kind. I like my wall here, but my opponent is also getting a good wall. I need to be. This is being such a weird game. A Dune reference. Ah, okay. I haven't watched the movies nor read the books, and I really should. It's one of the big classics that I'm missing from my repertoire. I say one as if I read almost all of the big classics. No, I need to read a lot of classics. Yeah, my opponent has quite a bit of territory here. I wish I had a better way to reduce it, but I think I'm too late. Little Desert Mouse. I'd say watch it first. I do prefer the books, but those names. I recommend the British version. That's reading the Quran. Ah, okay. But I do like thick books in general. I mean, I think Dune is not that big of a book, but I am curious about Dune as a franchise in general. If I do here and he goes there, I take and I'm fine. The last two movies are pretty good compared to the books. Nice. Always like a good adaptation. Okay, 250, 400, yeah. I read the Stormlight Archive from Brandon Sanderson, so I'm used to big books. Okay, this is just placing him in a bad position there. And I can just, what do I connect? I can just connect I think it's very unlikely that he can achieve anything here. Masai is short though, okay. I think it is only if I blunder big time will my opponent leave here. Well, all this cut. You read in English or Portuguese? Both. Depends on what I'm reading. Like Brandon Sanderson, like... Okay, a lot of English authors I just read in English. If it's, for example, from a German author, and I know that the Portuguese translation is good, I will read maybe Portuguese translation. If it's a Portuguese book, I will read Portuguese version. Basically, if I know the original language, I prefer it. Like, I don't know Japanese good enough, but if I did, I would read my light novels in Japanese. When it's translated from the get-go, I mean, I would either go for Portuguese translation or English translation. I don't find, at my point, I don't find the difficulty level of reading Portuguese and English to be that different. Okay, this stone is in danger, and if Yatar is there, and there, that's... I think defending this is more important than defending this. I don't think there's anything he can do there. Identify your biggest threats before they explode on your face. I have a hard time reading in my native language. And yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit peculiar to read some works in your native language because some translations can feel a little bit off. It breaks your immersion to have some things translated into your native language. I do get that. And for example, it would be one thing if there's a lot of tradition amidst the genre in your native language. If I'm reading fantasy and it's in like Tolkien translated into Portuguese, a lot of the names just sound off. Okay, here. I think I need to go here. Ooh, that's not dangerous at all. But will this leave? No. No, it won't. But I need to play here. Ooh, and... Okay, and I can let him take that. Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. No crisis. Here, even if he cuts, this is connected to all of that. I can just go here. This I can ignore because here Atari is there. I just connect and I'm completely okay. Yep. And we got all... And we won. My opponent resigned. And everyone resigns here. And we're winning by 22.5 points. Yet, my opponent did get this wall, but my eyes made me think that our side was bigger, and it was indeed bigger. GG. Completely, like, I have the thumbnail on YouTube is me, like, very angry, like, I will have my revenge on Fox Go. I gotta say... Revenge is getting achieved. Revenge is indeed... I mean, it's cold today, and they do say revenge is a dish best served cold. So... I picked the right weather for this stream. Revenge got. Exactly. Let's add some numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Why am I counting? Okay, oh, here. This. I don't have a screen with Josekipedia open, but I'm going to maybe open it on a new tab. You can't see it, but I want to follow this on Josekipedia. Time for you to start best served cold just to keep the theme going. Yes. Okay, this... Oh, that's not what I played, sorry. Un momento, por favor. My opponent went there. I went to the corner. This is the correct move. And my opponent should have played... Oh, my opponent played... Oh, my opponent should have played this? If I'm reading it correctly, sometimes the orient... Yeah, I think this is the correct sequence. I think this was not Joseki. Let me confirm, just... Oh no, it is Joseki, sorry. Not the Joseki, just not the Joseki I was watching. Let's go back. That's still Joseki, he played the right move. It's a book by Abercrombie or Crombie? I know I've seen that name. I need to read more. The problem with reading Brandon Sanderson is that he writes so much, and it's like you get into a toxic relationship that you have no time for any other author. This was a mistake. This move of mine was an error. This is an error. The correct move should have been this. This is the correct Joseki. And then I can connect. Okay, this is what was supposed to happen. This is the correct variation. So we did play. I thought my opponent was out Joseking me. This was already a mistake. We did get out Josekid. Yeah, because usually you don't have a co-battle like that. White is winning by 16 points in score estimate. The score estimate here is not that real. Okay, this was a small blunder. No, White was winning by 35. Yeah, this was kind of a big blunder. Here I should have read that I couldn't escape here. Maybe just play here, and if he tries to capture me, I have some stones on the outside, but I don't think even that's good. From the moment my opponent played this, go to this corner. Playing this was a kind of a big blunder in the game. Yeah. I played that corner. This is all Joseki that I'm studying. I'm glad I have this on my arsenal now. Joseki is a toolbox. A lot of authors talk about the writer's toolbox. For example, no one can teach you a writing lesson, won't teach you everything. But you may get new tools for your toolbox that can increase your arsenal and make your writing better overall. And the same goes for Go. I feel like learning Joseki won't make you automatically a good player. It's just giving you more tools and more options for the game. How did I win this game? It was really... My opponent was really better at openings than I. Here, just this. White still winning, but I mean, this... Don't overcomplicate. White still needs a move there, and now we go somewhere else. This was just losing points. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Not that bad, because he did get a little bit of forcing moves on this wall here. Yeah, here I don't think this was... I was a little bit... When I was just looking at this locally, I was like, oh, this is so bad for me. But in hindsight, the fact that I got so many forcing moves there, like, building this Moyo is what won me the game. Maybe my opponent shouldn't be playing this sequence. Like, this move I don't think works. Maybe at this point they should have just gone... Even here, instead of this, I think my opponent should have gone for something like this. And it is a hard fight. Maybe this is not the way to do it. Maybe even, okay, at this point go here, I feel like, and leave that open. And force me to be like, okay, what do I do now? Yeah, I think going for something like this, opening up the options, because here you're just giving me a bigger wall. And that wall, as we saw, was better for me than for my opponent. Leave this open, this can be a lot of pressure to damage me. And just go for something like this. You have this cut here. These stones are not that strong still. I think this is around the time my opponent should have made a move like this, but he continued playing locally. And I think this is what got me back into the game. Yeah, starting getting this corner here even. At this point, White is still winning in the estimate. But yeah, even here, getting this corner here. This cut. Oh, this was huge. Oh, this is the game one. My opponent at this point should just play this. Just play this. You've sealed me off. And now I need to take care of this invasion. This is still weak. And it's a lot of points. I think... okay, this stone here... okay, stop. This is the stone that my opponent lost the game, in my opinion. This was the game-losing move. This was such an important invasion point. This was so powerful. This was such a nightmare to deal with. And me getting this stone in is just nightmare over. It was such a relief. I think this is the exact moment when I won the game. And here it was way too hard for my opponent too. I would need... Sometimes you can force things out. Here I have so much area, so much control. I would need to blunder for my opponent to do anything. Yeah, the score estimate is giving me already a lead. Shame you can't see the score estimate when I click it, but maybe I need to set that up in the future. Yeah, and here I don't think... Is there... If this leaves, my opponent wins. But is there a way that leaves? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way this lives. Yeah, and here this was just desperation speaking. 209 moves, and we got the win in. Black was ahead by 22.5 points. Let me queue up another one, because let's keep the wins going. How many? Because the ranking system here works differently than on OGS. What counts more is your recent match history. How many more do I need to win to rank up? 5 more. 5 more wins and I rank up. I mean, I will probably not get 5 more wins here today. And by the way, next week we'll probably head back into OGS. I think OGS will be my main server. I like the ambiance there. I like the playstyle, the opponents. But I think it is good for me to check out other servers from time to time. And at least here, the queuing system is so fast. And now I know that when one side has maintenance, I have another option.
Start to play.
Okay. Oh, wrong button once again. I need to get my Stream Deck buttons a little bit more intuitive. All standard. Oh, there's the explanation of Joseki now in the Go terminology. A standard sequence of moves that results in a balanced outcome. Okay, I have all those stones there, so I can go for this. Ooh. And here, I think this is the move that I go for. Oh, we are... This is... I've seen this happening in tournaments. This is interesting. Yeah, another jump. Now, if you go there, I can just block. What's my move here? Do I do another jump or do I go over here? I think I will go over, and if he tries to cut... Okay, he goes there. How do I reply to this? If he goes here, how much trouble... In how much trouble am I? Let's go this to avoid that point there. Okay, now he can't play there. And now I can just reinforce this corner. I can go here. That's too slow for this point of the game. Let's just back away here. I feel like that's too slow for this point of the game. Oh, he ignores this, and usually if he doesn't play a move in a sequence, you playing there is often a good move. Q11 instead of P10. Oh, okay, here, okay, okay. I think this works here, just a one space jump. Classic Joseki, but you don't really see it anymore. Yeah, I did not recognize it. Is this connection? Okay, it isn't, but it is just improving my position. Yes. Now I have this shape. This is weak. Oof, if I go here, he goes there, I take, and then that's annoying. So I gotta defend this. Let's target this stone now. And I'll go for this. Remove the base. Okay. Keep chasing this. That cut for him doesn't work, I believe. Yeah, that doesn't work. I would really like to play you someday. Oh yeah, I would like we just need to talk about it. Like, even if it's both of us streaming or just one stream, or even like if you want to hop into a game after this one, I'm down for all of it. I've been meaning to chat more with you, Vexel, but I get myself into way too much stuff. I can afford to do this because if he no, if he goes Atari this, Atari that, no, that's inviting trouble for myself. Let's just go simple. Can go here. This is annoying. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm 100% down for it. If I go here and he goes there, I go here, there. Okay, this works for me. This is how you should do things. Read instead of playing by vibe alone. Sometimes vibe alone works, but when it's an easy to read situation, just read it out. This may leave, so I need to be careful. Thank you, Coffee Stream Bot, for the promotion. Oh, by the way, let me shout out Vexel Cafe. I don't think I've done it yet today, and I think it's a good habit to shout out. Wrong button. Okay, focus on the game because I just lost a little bit of time, but I don't want these stones to get cut. Okay, but yeah, it's good part of your day-to-day routine to shout out Vexel Cafe because he's a fellow VTuber who also produces Go content, and even though I think I'm higher rated, if I remember correctly, rating isn't everything, and I consider Vexel Cafe to be a more knowledgeable player than me. Look at how much my opponent hasn't even spent a minute. I read it out, expanding deeper just to throw stones away. Thank you, you deserve it. I don't drop by Vexel's content every single time, but that's just because of a concept called time zones. The bane of a lot of streamers when it comes to socializing. Let's run away here. Now the roles have been reversed. Now this is probably very okay-ish, and my life on this game depends on the survivability of my group. I can get an eye here. So now I just need to get with Sente another eye elsewhere. Okay, this is... He needs to reply to this. Yeah. I can go here. Okay, that's annoying. I'm not liking my chances here that much. I think I just doomed myself this game, but let's keep going for a bit. Let's be more... I need to be... If this game is now normal, I just lose. So I need to go more wild. Because right now, this doesn't have enough space to live. This will end there, so that's not good for me. And that just connects everything up. I should have thought a little bit better. So let's target this. Do I have a good way? Oh, wait. Ah, but that doesn't... This... I can cut this.
9.
But that doesn't save that group.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Yoyomis left.
Can go crazy and try to destroy all of this. It's like you destroyed... Like, if I captured all of this, I can still have a chance in the game, so... As I said, we are behind. Gotta go crazy. And we may have an opportunity for that cut there, depending on how this fight goes. Let's go here to threaten these two cuts. We want to divide and conquer. Yeah, now we battle. We lost that, but there's still battles to be had in the board, and now we battle it out. This is... Can play this. No, I don't think that's a good move. Let's just play this, which is more simple. That's annoying, that cut there. I cannot afford to lose that right now. But I think he just misplayed it a little bit. If I play here, he just connects. Yeah, I don't... And that's just a self-Atari, sadly. Yeah, this can escape. These ones shouldn't escape. But that's so huge, what we lost there. See if he doesn't know. I mean, that's quite obvious that I'm aiming for that cut. Yeah, now that's just impossible. Let's try to get this cut here. This is big threat. Is that a threat that I can just ignore? I think I can ignore that. Okay, this is turning weird. Okay, now I connect there, and I think I'm okay. Now he's trying to attack these stones. Don't like this move, but I cannot just play that. This is a bad chase. This was a really bad sequence. And losing this, I just lose the game. So we may have our winning spree coming to an end soon. I'm just playing a bunch of moves without thinking now. I think this will be a resign soon. Yeah, I think that's the best. Where's the resign button? Okay, here it is. GG. Yeah, white was winning by a lot. Losing this. Let me see if when this was all pressured, how was the score. White still winning by a lot. Okay, if I... Let's see if I could take all of that. Okay, I need to go into analysis mode. Let's see if that would have been enough. That's the only thing I want to know. Oh, wait. Wait more. No, let's go back. Okay, let's imagine if that was completely mine, how many points did I have? White was still winning. White was still winning by 15 points in this eventuality. This was unfortunate as well. Let's go back to the start. Oh, wait, stop. Yeah, now we go back to the start. And here... So, yeah, I think the Joseki is this. Something like this. If I understand correctly. I mean, the standard Joseki, the one normal here. Oh, is out of white. Yeah, is this, and then this. This one I know. I think it's like this. That's more standard. But here, black's ahead. Yeah, I like how things are looking so far. This was inviting a lot of trouble. Still even to this point the game. Maybe this sequence should not have been played by me. Maybe just this. I think after kick pincer, white got thickness to attack. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of my move here. Should have addressed this stone first. D15. Oh, this. Attach D15. Oh, yeah. And now that you talk about it, I'm very confident that I have seen this. Before I placed the stone, I wasn't sure. Now that you talk about it, I'm very confident that I have seen this. Yeah, this was not a good sequence for me. Because this is what cost me the game, was trying to make this live. And once again, I think the winning the previous games got me overconfident, because the chasing this group too much is how I've lost quite a lot of games, and I don't think it was that bad of a chase. But at some point, I needed to take a step back and look at how fragile I was. I realized that too late. I should have just played this here. Live and let live, exactly. Yeah, and this, I feel like at this point, yeah, was too late. And I'm not even going to go read even deeper. Because at this point 4, I think this was just desperation. And you can go for desperation, but this was bad desperation. There were better desperation moves to be made. Like, attacking this was a good desperation call, in my opinion. If I take all of that. That was a good mindset. If I take all of that, I can still take the game. Reinforce before attack. Yeah, exactly. Ah, this move here that I didn't see. And even taking that, I wasn't fast enough. And here, yeah, this is the trouble, because this is self-Atari. I mean, oh, not that, but yeah, I couldn't do... I couldn't do anything there at this point. Maybe I had so many code threats. Maybe I shouldn't have ignored this one. What was... I mean, this... No, this is no longer a code threat. What good code threat could I have played here? I lost a lot of code threats due to how I managed this situation. I think this is a code threat. Because if he doesn't reply... and I go here... now this is tricky. Now this is tricky for white. Because he doesn't have eyes yet. I can get one eye there. That was a great code threat. And I can threaten to have eyes here, so he needs to play things to guarantee that I do not get eyes there. Yeah, threatening to revive this, even though I spent a lot of code threats on my desperation, there were still code threats threatening to revive this. Here, I think, yeah, just go here right away. Now that's the same situation. Yeah, this is just a solid move. Maybe this would have been the best option for me. Yeah, if this happens now, I'm only losing by 8.5 points, so I would be back into the game. But yeah, mistakes were made way before this. Let's go for another one here. And if I still have energy and you do not mind, the stream, people who join midstream will be like, what? This server? Wasn't it that server? I will maybe go play one on OGS to finish the stream after this one, because I didn't play last week on OGS and I miss my OGS. And also we'll have the contrast of in the same stream going from one to the other server. Start play. So go playing. Is the OG site, OGS. This is... It reminds me of Sanranse, I think that's the name. But this is a different version. Let's go for this one. Atari. No! Ooh. And okay, here I'm very confident that the correct choice is this move. And here I think it's good to just play something like this, if I remember correctly. Maybe it was age 17. He's getting a lot of stones there. So let's get the rest of the board. Okay, going for the corner invasion. Let me go for this one. Let's go for the new Joseki in my arsenal. I defend, he will Atari there. Yep, I Atari. I Atari here. I think I can just defend this here. And I don't need to respond to that. This is well alive. So let's go to this side. I'm spreading throughout the entire board. Corner enclosure usually... Ah, okay. Worth more than the extension to K10. Okay. So playing something like what he just played. Let's do the kick, because he's lacking there the key point to play after. Yeah, so he needs to make some suboptimal approaches, and then I can get here the better shape. Why make 6 space jump at K3? K3. I mean, I was just... it felt symmetrical. No other particular reason, if I'm honest. It felt nice. That was actually the true reason. Okay, here what do I go for? Here I'm curious. I think I'm going to go for this. And I think this sequence will prevent him. It's a building claiming of space. Yeah, it's playing more open style, very territorial. I'm not thinking if that's going to become one shape or two shapes in the future. It's like I have more stones spread throughout the board. Okay, and here, what do I defend? If I defend this and he plays there, I can Atari and then start running this way. I understand the purpose, but I was curious of the reasoning. Yeah, when I play a stone like this, I start wanting to get like... I obsess with the points marked on the board, the star points. I'm going to defend this here. And now I can defend this here. And I'm very confident that this invasion no longer works. And that if he tries too much to run away there, I will be attacking this as well. I still need to play... Okay, okay, yeah, I was about to say, I still want to play something there. Since he got there first, let's go more towards the connection over. Or to take this stone. Oh, I have a connecting to chat. I hope everything is okay in terms of performance. I hope you can still hear me loud and clear. I don't have good decision making, so I'm interested in people's thoughts behind their moves. Yeah, I think there's a point in the game where there's a lot of decisions like playing this or that point would define the victor or the loser. At this early on, I think it's very hard to make one decision that's decisively bad. You can make them, but like playing this or that will... I think it's more of a stylistic thing. Sometimes it's just as simple as I've played this many times and it works, so I will keep playing this one. Yeah, he cannot escape there, so let's get a bigger territory here. Wait, he can... No, if you... Tibetans I just take. If I play here... Yeah. Yeah, now we want to make use of the fact... Like, don't want to focus too much on the kill, but we want to take advantage of the fact that my opponent has two weak groups. And use that to expand our own territory. Now do I go there or do I keep chasing? I think I solidify this because that stone being a single stone could be exploited for things that will harm me. Okay, and my opponent has this side of the board very solid. This is a few points. This is basically no points. We have this corner, this area. This is small. Yeah, we have a bunch of areas that are also not that big. I don't think I need to defend that stone for now. Do I keep chasing these? I think I do. This is also building a wall to reduce here on this side. If he cuts there, he can Atari. And this is connected here. Atari. Yeah, this is all very well connected. So, and I can cut this from the outside world now. This group has... Even if he plays there, I play here. Yeah, this group now is trapped. So he needs... Right now, he needs to slay something of mine in order to survive with this group. We should have played there.
Yoyomi now starts.
Would have been better. Yeah, I can just afford to run with these stones because these stones are alive, because these stones are presumably captured. And I don't think he has enough space to live there. Yeah, our focus is just to... If this group lives and this group dies, we just win the game. Okay, I need to be careful with these stones here as well, to guarantee that these are alive. And that we just play here to be safe. Now this shape is safer, and he can't get a lot done there. Yeah, I'm very confident in this game right now. I wanted to play a final one on Fox to end on a win, and I think this is just... Yeah, I need to be careful with this shape. Let's defend this. Improve this shape here. Yeah, now it's not about establishing win conditions. It's about removing all of my lose conditions from the game. That's my #1 priority, because I'm already winning, so now my concern is not to lose. One way I could lose would be to lose this group.
Yoyomi now starts.
That's not an eye there, by the way. Hi there. Can play that just to improve our shape a little bit. If I play that, that becomes an eye, but let's play this first. He's probably going to go here. And this gives me 2 eyes. Or this gives me 2 eyes. Dizzy! You need to talk louder, more aggressive to give you a false sense of victory, so then they win. So then you will always win. Hello, hello, Dizzy. Hope you're having a wonderful game. The only game today where I was overconfident is the game I lost. Stay humble. I must stay humble. And how are things going, Dizzy, between you and what's the name of the other character? Ooh, this is... Yeah, this is bad. Nora. Yeah, between you and Nora. Okay, yeah. This now is under a lot of danger.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Strained relationships. He keeps jump scaring me. Yeah, I only have 1 eye here. I should have played here because now I gave my opponent the opportunity to make me have no eyes. And this is something that if I play here, he has to reply because this just gives me 2 eyes. So let's secure my eye. Oh, you watched that during lunch, Credit Toast. Quite an experience. Let's go. I mean, I know that I'm the best, not sure about Credit Toast. Yeah, this... これが本当にやばいです。Yeah, now he can use this weakness to pressure those stones. Game is not won yet. Game is definitely not won yet. Yeah, this is Fox Gold server. Everyone gets foxes on the go at this server. And there's a... I think, if I'm correct, I could be wrong. I think there's a lot of furry culture related things in Go. I've seen some websites and everything that are clearly inspired by furry culture. I mean, Go has programmers. So, and programmers are related. That's awesome. I could be wrong, but I think there is an overlap in those 2 cultures. I think so. This is so bad. This is major bad. I should have abandoned that while it was small. Now it's so big.
9, 8.
Don't take that out of context.
6.
I used to work in IT and there are a lot of furries. Exactly. Yeah, my good friend Dizzy over here also engages in furry. I'm not an expert, but I'm just the kind of person who is... I suppose I technically fall under that category. Yeah, I'm not an expert in furry culture. I'm just an expert on letting people enjoy their stuff, and that's what matters to me. And I am interested. I like all... I like when people are passionate about anything at all, whatever that thing is. This is so bad. This is atrocious. And hello, Primo. Welcome back. We are just discussing some nuances of furry culture. As long as it's not illegal. I mean, even if it's illegal, I'm not more about the law, is as long as it does not cause harm to others. Because some laws sometimes can be... I know you meant the same thing that I do, I'm just rephrasing it. For me, it's as long as it doesn't cause harm to others. I prefer that way of phrasing it. That's probably a better... Yeah, because I knew that was exactly what you meant. But sometimes peculiarities with phrasings and things like that. Spend 30 seconds on Google after looking up Sonic and furries and will have you scared for life or scarred. I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my day. It's very hard to scare a veteran. I've even though I'm a wholesome person, I've seen my share of cursed internet content. I have a thick hide. This game is being so ridiculously aggressive, because now this is under threat, but these stones of mine are all under threat as well, so I need to be careful. How many liberties do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go for a capturing race over here, I win it. So let's go for that capturing race. I'm glad I counted liberties there. Because that's the best way to save my group here. And saving this crumbles, this is under threat. I think if he plays there, I can just play here. And if 9. 9! Yeah, because if we win all of this... I love how you have such a detailed analysis, and for me I just see black rock, white rock.
8, 7, 6.
Oh, it's his
5,
turn, okay.
4.
But yes, there is... Going back to the topic, I've seen Go websites and everything that have relations to furry culture, and I'm all for accepting all cultures as long as, yeah, they are cool.
9.
Yeah, this stream, by the way,
7,
speaking now in
6,
speaker
5,
terms,
4,
this is a safe space for everyone. I strive to make my streams be a place where everyone can just be comfortable while sharing a good chat in chat, sharing some good laughs, sharing some hee ha-has. That still only has 4 liberties. We are a-okay. We have 5. Lots of animal imagery in Go. Yeah, exactly. Are we winning? Even
9, 8,
the voice, like you have the volume lowered for you, but for me it's so loud. There has to be a setting. Oh, this is sending a global announcement. I saw a
2
speaker.
yo-yomis left.
Yeah, exactly. Go. Developing game vision in Go is quite difficult. I look at the board and in seconds I know what is life and what is not. But it is normal for newcomers to be more confused. This is huge. Dun, 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 dun.
9, 8,
I can even tell who's winning. Oh, I can't tell who's winning, Primo. Do not worry. I also can't tell who's winning at this point. This just kills that group. Wait, but if he plays there and I connect... Oh, I have that liberty there. So yeah, this just takes care of that group entirely. And here there's no shenanigans. If he plays there, like... If he plays here...
8.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to take care of the group. Defend that. Yeah, but that's the exciting thing in Go. We have to wait until the very last second to know who won the game. I have a feeling I'm losing this because I lost a battle here.
Nine, 8, 7,
Someone.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 yo-yomis left.
Okay. I'm thinking what's the safest way around this. Let's play it safe. Yeah, exactly. Usually in Go, when one player is sure that they are losing, they just resign. Most games end in resign. When I played in the World Cup, this year, the Amateur World Go Championship, only one of my games went to counting. All other games were so aggressive that they finished with a player resigning. Yeah, chess is easier to read, I agree. Go is easier to play in terms of base rules, but chess is way more viewer-friendly. Okay, this is half of the board. This game is basically half of the board is mine, half of the board is my opponent's. I wish I could make some shenanigans there, but I think I would just be wasting both of our times in trying to do so. Let's try just a few moves. He can fumble a bit. Don't want to try too much. Yeah, I think there's nothing to be done there. If I play here, he just goes there and my group is perished. Yeah. Let's respect everyone's time. I think I lost it. Oof. Nah, I think I'm still okay. Because that's a lot of liberties there. That has 4 liberties, this has 3. If I play here and he plays there, I play here, there. But this can become... Ooh, this... I wish I was more careful there. Can just take this for good measure, because now if he connects, this is tricky. And I was not sure who would win the game. If he wins this exchange, he just wins the game free. Because he plays there and he gains a... I think I lost with this exchange. I just lost the game. Maybe I should have played this sequence here first. Maybe this was the key. I should have gone straight towards here. Yeah, I should have played this first. Nah, it wouldn't be fast enough. GG. This is just a complete loss now. Resign. GG, GG. Yeah, at this point, but if I go back... Okay, I was losing by 3 points. Oh wait, but... Okay. Yeah, I was losing by 2 points. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this sequence here, I was still losing either way. But this sequence here at the end was rough. Let's go back to the start. And let's see when things went wrong. Here, this is a choice, it is okay. Bottom group D. Oh yeah, that's where you just commented that. Yeah, that's where things went wrong. After I got that, this is a game I should have won. After I got that victory here, yeah. You let it get in trouble. Yeah, I was talking about, yeah, I need to make sure my opponent doesn't have win conditions. Okay, here, this I don't like. I should have played this. So my opponent has a worse shape. That was a mistake that I saw right from the get-go and I shouldn't have made. At this point, I'm very far ahead. So up to this point, everything is fine and dandy on my behalf. I played this. This is okay. That's all okay. If I just play here, he threatens to, I mean, that's only, no, that's still bad. Ideally, I should have reinforced it earlier. Yeah, maybe here, just go here. And the game is mine. Instead of going down there. Yeah, but from this point... And here, okay. This, I think, is when I should have given up on the group. I think now I should have gone for something like this. Because I played a lot of moves there that weren't needed. That was... I think since I'm in a new server with new mindset, I need to relearn my old basics. This is kind of what we've been learning on OGS. Here, all of these stones made my situation a lot worse. Abandon this group, cut your losses. You had your wins. Cut your losses and go for reduction here. And I think I would still be completely fine. It would still be a game to be fought over. But here I played a bunch of moves down here that just reinforced my opponent. And made it so that my fight, even these moves now that I'm playing, all of them should be gone. Yeah, but then I think I played... Here I'm winning by 3 points. I think I played quite well. Here I was a little bit too careful in a bad way. Sometimes you can be careful in a good way. I think I was careful in a bad way, and that's also what cost me that group. Okay, at this point, could I still have saved it? If I go... No, this is not fast enough. Maybe this? Yeah, I think it was this simple. I think it was this easy. I didn't notice the self-Atari here. I think it was this... Sometimes... The solution to all of your problems is not that complicated. I mean, this was the main problem that I should have avoided, but just playing this... And this is a 4 thingy shape. He cannot... 4 in line, he cannot reduce this. Still winning by only 2 points, but... Yeah, okay, 3-2. Let's go for one final match of today, and let's hop over to OGS. Let me change the screen. I want to, because last week I didn't play any match on OGS, so now I want to play just one. GG, GG. Let's go for the other window, yes. And let me just take care of a few things so that the capture goes okay. Okay, and let me queue up the match and everything should be set up correctly. That's the good thing of having streamed on different servers already, is that now it's a lot easier to set up everything. Play human. Yes, and I think I'm 7Q on OGS, and now it's easy for me to update the ranks. Oops, not zero, ELO. I'm 7Q right now, so let me change the ELOs and let me go back to OGS. Back to our... Hi, have a nice game. Oh, I missed that. Hello, have a good game. Ah, exchanging pleasantries. Not saying that people on Fox aren't pleasant, but because it's more international, there's more of a language barrier. Okay, let's go for the 3-3 on the corner. If he goes for this, I go here, and he will go for G5. And now I remove his play from here. Good morning, Jack the 4th. Welcome, welcome to the stream. I just played 5 matches on Fox, won the first 3, then lost 2, and now I'm going to wrap up the stream with a match on OGS. I can see the stats. I mean, but you didn't know that the matches so far were on OGS and this on PandaNet, and this is the only one we are playing on OGS. Haha. The plot has thickened. Okay, these stones definitely need reinforcement. Yeah, I was not PandaNet. Oh, sorry, PandaNet. Fox Go server. Not PandaNet. I was thinking about the European Championship on PandaNet. Let's just escape here. Yes. Yeah, and yeah, Vexel was talking about the animals in Go. We have Fox, Panda, those are all our servers, so... I already do not like how this game is going. Because I'm about to be cut. Oh, there is the European Team Championship, where like countries play with in teams, is always held in PandaNet. And this year the season has kicked off to a start recently. There's the European Team Championship, and there's the... I think there's also the Latino Iberian, or just the Latin America Go Championship. This is so bad. I almost feel ready to resign this game already. Okay, I can cut this. Or hop off there. Let's keep our spirits up. Yeah, not worry. And it's a championship that like the championship lasts weeks. It's not like, oh, it's this week, and if I don't watch it this week, I will miss out. No, it started and it's ongoing. This is all dead. I feel bad for resigning a game this early. Should I resign this game? I think I should, honestly. There's no way to gain. Yeah, that's way too big. I think that's the best.
White wins.
I was already behind by 31 points. How did I fumble this bad? No, do not worry, Jack LaForth. Do not worry. I was yapping. I think that's basically how it goes on my stream. You win 3 games, you lose 3 games. Let's go. Now we have AI to analysis. Yeah, a lot of horrible shape there. And so far, yeah, at this point I'm confident with everything I did. It was this move that the game starts complaining. If I play here... I mean, maybe I should have just abandoned that stone. I think this is what I should have done. I think I should have abandoned that stone there. This is where the problem started. And even here, I was still on time. I thought by losing that stone, I would be losing the game, quote unquote. Forgot how the OGS interface was, yeah. But I should have just abandoned that stone. And here, every single move was just further cementing my device. I mean, this is how you can lose a game in 21 moves. I didn't even open the AI analysis. Yeah. And you can see there from the analysis. I was already 30 points behind at this level. I'm going to go for one more. And then, because I don't want this to be my... Maybe it should be my last game of the stream. Maybe next one will be even worse. But let's go. New one, focus on the basics. Focus on what you know how to play. Let's go back to wisdom. Back to being a wise sage. You got this. Yes. Meditate. You've established good bases, Nando. Now just implement them. This player is stronger than our previous one in terms of rank, but now I'm in a better mindset. And that's why, by the way, this is why so many people can burn out from ranked ladders and things like that. Because I'm someone who has learned a lot of patience, but if you look at things from a certain perspective, I've been streaming Go games for like 2 months, and in terms of actual rank progress, I have none to show for it. And that's why these can be... That's why so many people are like, oh, I was focusing on the ranked ladder and then I burned out from the game because of the ranked ladder. Because you need to not let these things get to you. I think I'm going to play this to not allow him to invade the corner. I have a corner and I have this shape. This shape is a bit bad. I secured that one. Now I need to... This is not that great. Okay. I want to play it here really badly to exploit the fact that I can go under these two shapes, but I feel like I need to improve this layout over here. I wouldn't worry about it. I was 87Q on OGS when I started streaming almost a year ago, and I'm still 70Q on OGS. Yeah, I think it's the best mindset. And the thing is, the main reason why I stream Go and I teach people how to play Go is because I enjoy the game. I think that needs to be the #1 focus on your mindset. But I can certainly say that I'm a stronger player now that I am back then. Yeah, same as well. When I play against some players, for example, I've played against Fallon on stream and against Pops. When I play against them, I feel that even if I lose, my Go is better and more confident. That's a weird one. Let's go for this to improve, like, our chances at living locally here. And now this corner is super safe. This is not a good shape out of my opponent. And I can chase one more to keep this going. What are you... Are you reacting to my opponent's moves, or did I say something wrong? Because these are indeed strange moves out of my opponent. He really likes these jumps. I'm heavily questioning White's moves. This is a strange... This is a strange game for sure. Let's do this again. I cementing 2 corners. 1 point jump is never wrong. And then you connect. This is okay. I've played weird games because my opponents were jumping around and everything. This is taking some kind of medal for some of the weirdest game I've ever played. Do I just go here or... I'm flabbergasted. Do I invade the 3-3 here? I think first I should go for something like this. This shape is still... This is not alive still. Is there another part to this? Like connect the jump in Gote anyway? Yeah. Just play big moves, exactly. Taking care of the center. Okay, let's go. I missed a chance to get the 3-3 invasion there. Let's go for some reductions. I gotta reduce. And we have this wall here providing some support. Do I want to go under? No, I think I prefer to go over. So it's easier to connect there. And we are also... Like, he gets this side, we get that side. He's going for complications. I think I can go for this, that. Or even this. Oh, this. No, that's bad. Play good moves. Playing bad moves is the opposite of playing good moves. And that would have been a bad move. Pressuring that one stone there. Let's pressure these stones here. We are building. And then I can start playing like this. Wait, what's this sound? Am I hearing some static interference? Okay, I think I fixed it. I think it was on my end. I don't think you could hear it. Let's... He didn't defend there. Let's pressure that shape a little bit. This threatens to separate that stone there. And now I can keep going because that covered that cut there. And we just want to reduce my opponent's influence because he can still reduce me in some ways. So we need to reduce him as well. Okay, here I think this is a horrible idea. This is a good way to defend. I think I can... I think I can go here. If he tries to cut me there, I can separate. And now I can go here. This is risky now. Now I got myself into a risky position. But I mean, you do need to take risks in Go. Okay, let's go down and then I have that cutting point. This helps my chances at connecting there at the bottom. And he needs to defend a cutting point. Yep. Something tells that G11 could have been better than F10. I will need to check that on the review. This is a good point, and then I can just go here and I'm alive. I'm more concerned with being alive than with destroying this group of my opponent. If he connects there, okay, you reduce me a little bit here, but I'm more concerned about not losing all of these stones. As the music goes, staying alive. Da, 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 staying alive, staying alive. I think I can ignore that. Or at least this is a good move that my opponent cannot ignore. Then I can go to this corner. If you're able to cut your opponent in half, would his right side even be alive? Right now, just due to mental lessons, I'm not focusing on killing all of these stones. All of these stones, maybe it's possible for me to kill them, but I don't want that to be the focus of my gameplay. Because I've lost too many games
10,
thinking
9,
like that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think that's good. Okay, there. And I can defend this, and then if... Okay, I think this works okay. What's causing this static noise interference? Okay, now it's fixed, I think. This just connects everything. Yeah. This group is now getting into trouble here. He will be able to connect that. But this... This... He needs to respond to this, or else I... Yep. I can even go for something like this, which improves my chances of making eyes over here, and also improves my chances of attacking this, and increases my chances of evading that side there. Just to be sure, because I have a static sound which is a little bit annoying to me that I can handle, but just to be sure there's no static sound coming across the microphone, right? Just to be certain. I think it's some issues with my speakers. They are very old. Yeah, you have the #1 badge. Okay, this... Also just go here to improve my eye making chances. And then playing here, this should be one eye, and playing here should be a second eye guaranteed. And then I'm safe. This is a good... Okay, here, that... If I go here, there, I can connect, and...
10.
Yeah, I think this is okay. I really am still trying to understand the game, but I cannot. But that's always been like that for me. Super slow to pick up something, but then flies up once I do. I am prepping for the future some content to explain the game to newcomers. Because watching me play is also a good way to learn, but a good help in learning. So you have some bases, but I feel like if I complement those bases with an actual tutorial now, it will be a lot easier for a lot of viewers, because you're not the only one who is not from Go, to start understanding the game better. Yeah, this move threatens the possibility of me making an eye there. I don't think that cut there works. I even have this now. Okay, I need to defend that push. Okay, if I play here, I'm just alive, but I lose these 2 stones. Can I save these 2? Do I let these... How greedy is it of me to try to save those 2 stones? I kind of feel like this
9
is a better move.
8
I'm also
7
threatening
6 5
stuff over there. I think this is a better move. Abandoning those 2 stones. It's a price to be paid. But now I'm safe. I was like that with music theory. It took me 2 or 3 years just to understand the super basics. For me, music theory is strange because I have education since a kid on music theory, so that helped a lot. And now, okay, he defended that, so now we can afford to go here. Because he cannot take that eye away. And then here, this is very likely another eye. Just need to play this, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes versus 3. That's my second eye. We are alive. My opponent, in terms of territory, like I have all of this potential territory on all of this. My opponent just has this area. And I think these 2 combined are bigger than this corner here. That's all that my opponent has. Okay, this will allow me, because I was afraid of him playing some forcing moves there and being annoying. I can now cement this. Let's defend this side as well. Yeah, my opponent is playing these moves and they are allowing me to cement my position. Play here, he plays there, I play here. He plays there, I play here. And there's nothing he can do. Nothing. The previous game that I just played on OGS was so bad. I'm glad I'm playing this one as well too. Yeah. Okay, now I need to defend this. I'm going to defend it here. That way I'm also pressuring this cut, which is very dangerous for my opponent. Yeah, and now I can afford to just defend here. And this is not enough space for him to live. This is a very weird game. And my opponent is a 5Q. If I play here and he plays there. This and he must defend this. Yeah, I think I can go for this. I don't think there's a way this shape lives. And this just... The fact that I won this just gives me more safety. Yeah, that could be it. That can very well be one of the reasons for it. My opponent could be underestimating me. Have this move, which is nice, and then I can go here towards more invasion. Let's go this one first, because it's... The other one is more tricky. And then I can Atari and do all sorts of shenanigans. Because this will threaten a snapback. Ooh. And if he connects, I Atari there. You need to be careful, because this has 1, 2... I need to be careful with the number of liberties here. I would cut this, if not for the number of liberties here. I want to be super safe there. Let's be safe. Maybe too safe, but better safe than sorry. And now this will be a nightmare. The situation that we created here will be a nightmare for my opponent to deal with. Even if he cuts, I connect. If he tries to just... I connect there. You can take those 2 stones. And I will pressure all of this. Now he's under attack. He has 1 guaranteed eye there. This is not an eye. And I can use this to force more moves on this side. Yeah, this is a mess. My opponent played a lot of weird moves. Okay, now I can just keep going more towards this. Let's keep this invasion going. Because now he has almost no points. Almost no territory. I can defend this. And now this becomes a tricky corner because all of this doesn't have a lot of eyes. Okay, yeah, he defended that. That's a good call. Let's defend this. Then I want to defend here as well. Yeah, and by the way, this is all super safe. With a tie there, this is also enough space for an eye. Okay, and here we focus on connections. I play here, he plays there. I play here, he plays there. I play there, I'm connected. So let's play this safe. If he plays there, I just... Ooh, no, that was bad. I just blundered. And I think that was not a forced blunder. I think I could have just
10,
simply played
9.
better. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I think it's still okay for me. I think I'm still winning. But that was a blunder, and I don't like doing those. G14. Yeah, I didn't want to start a capturing race there. Let's play this, just to make sure our shape is safe. And all of this, from my opponent, this entire thing, is still under pressure. That's what I'm turning my gaze towards right now. The gaze of Sauron. Okay. That's a double Atari then. Maybe if I start a capturing race, my opponent takes more stuff on this side, and I don't think it was worth the risk. I think this is not that type of game where I should be committing risks. Yeah, I think this is the only place where he can make an eye. Let's just connect. That's a forcing move. If I play here and he plays there, I can play here and he plays there and I can connect here. If he tries to cut me there, I play here. So I think this is a good move.
10,
Play here and he plays there.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes leaving the stones is more potential for stuff. Okay, he still only has one eye. And not even, if I play here, that's 0 eyes. So he still has 0 eyes in all of this. All of this shape is still eyeless. But here there's some... This is a weakness. Ajinin. Something about the smell of the position. Yeah, I don't need to fight the Ko. And let's defend. This is the key. Aji. Ah, yes. Aji can also be flavor, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
10, 9.
I think Aji in Japanese can also be flavor. The taste of the stones. I could be wrong. I don't have my Jisho at hand. Here, do I gain anything from fighting that cold? No. I'm more likely to be wrong with Japanese than you. Let me check. Let me go to another window. Jisho. Aji. Flavor, taste, charm, appeal, taste. Position that has some Aji, position that has some lingering potential that may be exploited later in the game. Go, shogi. It also can mean smart, clever, witty. And I mean,
10,
flavor, the
9.
concept of flavor is associated with the concept of smell. So it also makes sense. Yeah, because I remember I was commenting on a friend. I remember Dachi specifically because a friend of mine was streaming and he was tasting some Japanese snacks and they had no flavor. And I remember typing in chat, aji ga nai. That's why I remembered specifically. If you asked me any other day, probably I would have forgotten. But since I used that vocabulary this week, aji ga nai. Yeah, I don't think my opponent can leave here. So we are ending on a win.
You have won.
Okay, so we have ended on a win. I was ahead by 153.3 points. GG. I am free. I can end. Nah, I love streaming. But I wanted to end on a victory and huge W. Let's go. GG. But this was such a weird game. It has happened to me here. I'm playing against someone and they play weird moves. When I say weird moves, let me get... I play this and they play this. I go here. Let me hide. Analysis just for... Like, I go here, they go here, I go here, they go here. And I'm like, what? And I go here and they go here. And I'm like, what is this? And then the guy completely crushes me. And I check their match history and it's almost... It happened to me once or twice total, and it's like someone who has beaten 3 Qs, 2 Qs, and things like that. And I'm like, what is... So, when this game started, I was afraid that I was going to have one of those. But it wasn't. GG, time for 3-3. Oh yeah, this was 4-3. In terms of match. In terms of win streak. Experimenting with openings maybe. Could be. Ah, in that example that you showed. Yes. I see what you mean. In this, then you go here. Yeah. But I don't know. They played some... Like, I see a game like this, and I think, oh, this game is probably won. And they just played so well. Like, it feels like it's so strange to play against someone who is insanely stronger than you. It feels like, oh, I just need to play safe moves from here on out. And no. So let's get back into the actual game. This was already peculiar. The game says to kick. Yeah, this was slow, but I feel like I could have played it. Okay, yeah, this... when someone's saying, yeah, one jump is always good, connecting is the bad part. I kind of agree, and giving me all of this now was great. Like, this is a lot of very slow moves. Okay, this is the move where I was like, I need to reduce, but maybe the game would have preferred me to attack this side. But I think in terms of psychology, as I said, it was good to not... I think focusing too hard on killing this could have been the window that my opponent needed to win the game. This is very weak. But I think if I over-focus on this, that's when I give my opponent a window and I see my position starting to crumble. So I am glad, in terms of psychology, on how I handle this game. In terms of mental. Yeah, this was the most dangerous situation of the game for me. And I think I did okay in just backing away. If you play something like M10, you have right side of the board. I mean, probably yes. But my opponent can start... Never underestimate how weird things can go. If I go for something like this... Yeah, better to make strength on the left first. Yeah, my opponent, like, there's a lot of things that can happen here. Like, right now, white is alive, for example. And if I didn't have a good setup there... No worries, I'm just showing. Right now, this was all optimized moves, quote-unquote, so probably both me and my opponent wouldn't have this strength, but white was able to live. I think here, white seems completely gone, but focusing too much on that could have given him a chance. And right now, my main concern is not giving my opponent a chance. My main concern right now is not to win. I'm already winning. I don't need to think about winning. I need to think about not losing. The win part is done. Now focus on the not lose part. So I think every decision should be taken considering how not to lose. Like here, for example, I'm very happy with this move instead of this because that was the best. Even if the dragon leaves, black still has more territory. Exactly. Exactly. Especially after those reductions. It was a shame that I lost there. That was quite a blunder. Yeah, here I don't think my opponent could have done anything. Yeah, for example, here... Okay. I was just checking. Okay, nothing worked there. Like, this move wasn't needed, but I knew I was ahead. So I could just afford to play it. Okay, and here more so. Okay, here is this. Yeah, here's the move that I kinda blundered, but the game, I think, if I play this, that still... Oh no, that no longer works. And this is just a mess for my opponent. Because now he can't escape this. Winning one game is hard. Yeah, exactly. And I've lost 1 games in tournaments. It is, you need to, really, it is 2 important things. One is to realize that you're ahead or behind. That's super important. You shouldn't be guessing, you should be knowing. And that's an important skill. And second is, once you establish that you are winning or losing, acting accordingly. For example, going all out aggressive, playing some crazy moves, if you acknowledge that you are losing, I think that's a good goal. I think a good move and a bad move in the middle game depends a lot on the game state. Yeah, this was just basically a linear blunder here. There was no need for me to blunder that. If I play here, even this, yeah, there's nothing. I was afraid of some overcomplication, but I'm so strongly saturated there that I can always connect and defend. I just read too fast and too wrongly. And here my opponent's demise is solidified. Yeah, the bamboo joint worked. Yes, the bamboo joint alone worked. Here just this works completely fine. I didn't even, like, I played this and I was like, oh, the cut. Wait, but if I play here, nah, I think this. Oh, but then, oh, I could have even, oh, after the blunder, after the initial blunder, I could have just done this and reversed my blunder. So after I noticed my blunder, I still had enough time to just connect. But we did end up winning here today. And GG. GG. It was a nice go session. We had 2 servers, a lot of crushing wins, a lot of crushing defeats. And at the end of the day, we did confirm once again that once you get into the correct mindset, once you get into the, okay, get away from the mental hypes and focus on the basics. Focus on playing good games. Like, Go is rewarding in the way that when I played the best choices, I got rewarded by them, basically. And when I didn't do good things, I was punished by them. So in that way, in that sense, Go is extremely fair. Basics, yeah, basics. It's reaching down is all about basics. I am a solid defender of that. It's about basics and it's about using basics the right way in the right time. I think that's what I need to do more. And I think GoFox was good because it was like shaking up something that works, and it put my basics to the test, and I didn't overcome the test. Last stream I didn't overcome because I was losing, and this stream I didn't overcome because even though I won, I got psychologically away from the basics, and that needs to be my focus. Keeping those basics at the top of my head. So this is a good test. You need to test yourself. I heard some pro players like 15 years ago who played basic moves only and was able to easily beat 7 dans. Yeah! So, playing versus solid Go is so hard. At the end of the day, all you have to do is play good moves. You play good moves and you win. But yeah, let me go back to my schedule. We are about to end the stream. Wait, this is the old schedule. Chotomate kudasai. Un momento, por favor. Ta-da-da. Yes, this is Halloween week. So, yeah, today was Go. Wednesday, I will be streaming Satisfactory for the first time. In 3D game, that's one of those factory games where you build assembly lines and dopamine. And then on Friday, I'm very curious on how it will work. I will do a very experimental style of stream. TheNando, exactly. I'm going to try to make kind of a theater play that is centered around experimental psychological horror. So if you're not a fan of that genre, do not tune in. It won't be like explicit stuff or things like that or jump scares. It's gonna I want to try out new things. It's as simple as that. I want to try out new things. I want to see, even if it flops or if I don't enjoy it, I think I will. Even if I don't enjoy it, I want to know how it goes. I want to be more I want to have fun, basically, on content. I am having fun, but I want to have fun in more ways and see how it goes. I did theater as a kid, and I wanted, like, kind of bring out that side of me as well. But okay, today, if I saw correctly, let me just confirm. I think Smoglet is still streaming, and Smoglet is a fellow Ghost streamer, so it makes... And not only is he a Ghost streamer, I've tuned into Smoglet streams, and he is someone whose style I enjoy and appreciate. Yes, he's still live, so just feels like the perfect person to stream right now. Keeping the go train going. So I will rate Smoglet on Twitch and on YouTube. There's no Nora, no, that's from Dizzy's video. And on YouTube, I cannot raid yet. But so your journey with me ends here today. Raid Smoglet. And I did say I want to keep streaming like this and even have more fun. That's also part of why I wanted to... I am testing out the $9, the channel points and things like that. I'm trying out new stuff just to make things funny without harming the viewer experience. That's a fine balance, and each streamer needs to find their own, and I will never find the balance if I don't test things. There is a way to find your balance, which is to never do anything, but that's not fun. And I want to test things out, and yeah, that was it for today. Hope you had a great time. Hope you have an amazing week ahead of you. We are just getting started with Monday. A lot of people do not enjoy Monday, but hopefully I made it a little bit better. Stay hydrated. Good advice from Seribot. Thanks for the stream. You say, I say thanks for everyone who dropped by, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye everyone, and have a great one. See you next time.